It was called the crime of the century, but the men behind it were well past retirement. Over Easter weekend 2015, a gang of aging criminals, some in their 70s, carried out one of the most daring burglaries in British history. They drilled through 2-foot-thick walls, bypassed alarms, and walked away with £14 million in cash, gold and jewels. But how did they do it? And why did it take so long to catch them? Today on the Crime Channel, we tell the true story of the Hatton Garden Heist and Britain's infamous bad grandpas. Would you have trusted these men to pull off a job like this? Stay with us and decide for yourself. But to jewelers and gold dealers, it's a fortress. For over 100 years, this has been the beating heart of Britain's jewellery trade. Behind those shop fronts lie fortunes in diamonds, gold, and cash. And beneath the pavement, hidden from view, sits the Hatton Garden Safe Deposit Vault. A place trusted by London's wealthiest merchants. But can any vault be truly secure? Let me ask you, if you were a career thief, would you have targeted this place? Well, for one aging gang, the answer was a very bold yes.
Ringleader in the Hatton Garden Heist has been sent back to prison.
In early 2015, an unlikely team was gathering. Led by Brian Reeder, aged 76, a career criminal with links to the infamous Brinks mat robbery. His crew included Terry Perkins, 67, Danny Jones, 58, John Kenny Collins, 75 in total. Over 200 years of criminal experience between them. You might think men of this age would be slowing down, but not this lot. To them, Hatton Garden wasn't just another job, it was the big one. A final score to cement their reputations, and they weren't about to let age get in the way. What do you think? Was it madness? Or genius? For a gang of pensioners to plan such a heist, you decide. They picked Easter weekend for a reason. 4 days with businesses closed, giving them time to work undisturbed. On Thursday, 2nd April 2015, the gang entered the building. Disguised as maintenance workers. Carrying an industrial diamond-tipped drill, they set to work. Now imagine this. 2 days spent boring through 2 feet of reinforced concrete. No alarms triggered. No police called. When they finally broke through, they were inside the vault. There they ransacked 73 safe deposit boxes, stealing cash, gold bars, diamonds, and priceless heirlooms. When staff returned on Tuesday morning, the vault was a scene of devastation. A heist straight out of Hollywood. Tell me, if you were the detective called to that scene, where would you start? It was going to take some very sharp police work to catch these men. The flying squad of the Metropolitan Police took charge. Quickly, they recovered CCTV footage showing figures in high-vis jackets entering the building. And among those faces, detectives spotted some very familiar criminals.
The judge said that by taking part in the raid here in April 2015,
jewellery, which were heirlooms, were inside the vault. They may or may not get those back.
Surveillance teams were deployed, cars were bugged, safe houses monitored, and soon, police overheard the gang discussing the job and dividing the loot. The evidence was mounting. It was only a matter of time. Now tell me, after pulling off such a legendary heist, would you brag about it? These old villains did, and it cost them dearly.
Professional criminals always after is the big one.
There's still half of the gold never ever been recovered.
In May 2015, the net closed in. Police arrested the gang in coordinated raids. At Woolwich Crown Court, the men faced charges of conspiracy to burgle. In January 2016, they pleaded guilty. Sentences ranged from 6 to 7 years. But here's the twist. To this day, much of the loot is still missing. And some suspect that hidden accomplices were never caught. What do you think? Did the full story ever come out? Or are there still secrets locked away somewhere in London? Leave us a comment below. The Hatton Garden Heist remains Britain's biggest burglary. A tale of old-school criminals outsmarting modern security. The gang's story has inspired films, books, and documentaries, but for those who lost irreplaceable heirlooms, the pain remains. And for police, the case is a reminder that even in the digital age, sometimes it's the old hands you still need to watch. You've been watching the Crime Channel. What's your verdict on the Hatton Garden Gang? Master criminals or foolish old men? Subscribe now and join us next time as we uncover more of the world's most incredible true crime stories.